My name is Therese Lacson, and I'm here with for Collider, and I'm here with the cast and the creators of What We Do in the Shadows. How are you guys doing today?
Good, thanks.
Really good, thanks.
Really good.
Okay, so we're going to get into the final season, and I'm going to spoil the first 3 episodes so we can talk a little bit about those episodes. But I want to know, for you, what was a standout scene for the actor specifically? What was a standout scene for you throughout the years of being on this show that is really going to just stick in your memory? Nobody rushed to answer. Well, you guys can answer too.
Come on.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of one. I mean, there's so many. You're
We've
right.
had so many fun scenes.
I know the one you were thinking of.
What, for you?
No, for you. For us, I was in the scene too. With baby Colin Robinson eating out of the dog bowl.
Jesus, yeah.
I think for me, one of them was with Matt trying to make me drink real dog piss.
I never did that.
I don't know if I believe you.
That was one of the fun, because I had to break character because he swapped them and he was like, here you go, drink up, Gizmo. It was...
Do you really think we had real dog piss?
It smelled like real dog piss. But it was just funny because it's, you know, working with all the actors, it's hard to keep a straight face, and every scene's, you know, super fun. So it's hard. It's a real Sophie's choice you're making us pick right now.
I can imagine it's hard not to break character when you guys are on set together. So in this season, we see Guillermo get, you know, a more respectable job with the financial firm. And we also see Nadja jumping in on the action as like a broker, I guess. What do you think you guys, your guys' characters as vampires, what would their ideal human job be?
I mean, mine does his. He works in an office.
I always wonder why the vampires don't work like at a blood bank or something, like the Red Cross.
Too much temptation, maybe?
Well, easy access, you know, Nurse Jackie that and, and steal all the blood.
I feel like at the beginning of the season, Nandor does get what he wishes is this perfect human job, which is being a janitor, because he gets to wear a uniform. He has responsibilities. He's respected in the office. He has a goal and a position for the first time in his life. So that's me answering the question for Kayvan.
Yeah. And a trolley.
So I'm curious, in this, in the premiere episode, we meet the 5th roommate, Jerry, who is, we find out, kind of an annoying character. Do you have any advice? What advice would you give to somebody who has their own Jerry in their life and they're trying to sort of get their distance away from this annoying person, so to speak?
Well,
Super slumber.
Yeah. Super slumber or change the
I was going to be
locks.
more pragmatic. You just stop answering texts.
Just slowly ghost out.
Yeah.
What if they
Is that hard?
what if they add you to a WhatsApp group? How would you how do you eject yourself from a WhatsApp group you don't want to be part of without?
I don't have WhatsApp, but if I did, I just wouldn't participate.
So that's why you've been texting me back a lot less. Okay. I know who I am.
Am I being a little too pragmatic?
No, I mean, I would do the exact same thing.
Yeah.
So I would just slowly not answer
do you
any
need
of those
help?
texts.
Are you
know,
okay?
I mean, I always need help in my life. So thank you for your concern.
But I will say that although the character was very annoying, Mike O'Brien himself was a sweetheart, and it was a joy working with him. Really enjoyed it. I never heard of him before. I didn't tell him that because everyone else had. But that's all I got to say on that topic. Thanks.
But it's also, he's not that annoying of a character. He's also, it's just when you have a friend group, there's anytime you add one extra person, it can disrupt the whole balance of things. Also, what's funny about his character is that he's asking questions that were questions that we in the writer's room asked ourselves a lot. Like, if vampirism is supposed to be so secret and no one can know about it, why do they have a documentary crew following them around? So that was a good way to kick off the season, was to have a character that asks all the difficult, uncomfortable questions that we don't really have answers for.
That we would just be like, it's all right, don't think about it.
Yeah, I mean, Jerry's kind of basically the one writer in the writer's room who says that story doesn't make sense, and you're trying to find out ways to get rid of that, right?
Yeah.
So I'm curious, just speaking to the showrunners and the writers, when we're looking at this show, I think one of like the central relationships that we really focus on is Nandor and Guillermo. I love that relationship together. It's kind of like chaotic. It's kind of crazy. Had you ever considered leaning fully into a romantic story arc with these two characters?
You know, it's hard. I never really did think about anything like that.
Mark, I can take this. I can take
right.
this one. I think they have a deeper and more abiding love than any romantic dalliance would show. And also the power imbalance people would be repulsed. Nandor is his boss. Can you imagine if your boss wanted to kiss you? Ew. Sarah, can you imagine such a thing?
I don't even know how to approach that question from a safe angle, so we're just gonna drop it. So I'm curious, if there was, so obviously the show is over, but there are, I'm sure, thousands. I'm sorry to break the news to you. If there was a scenario, if there are future scenarios for you that aren't in the show, you don't have to spoil the season. What would they be? Like, if I'm thinking, like, would there be a vampire night cruise? Like, the vampires go to Disney World. Give me some potential what ifs.
We have no what ifs. I mean, we used it all up. I mean, it's all used up and gotten. Every season we use up every idea we have, and we think, oh, that's it. We don't have any left, and then we go away for a few months and come back and go, what if this? What if that? But we used up everything and then some that we had for the show, especially with this last season, where we not only used up every idea we wanted to use, but also guest star wise got some of the funniest people that we've always wanted to have on the show, like Mike O'Brien and Steve Coogan and Tim Heidecker and Alyssa Lim Paris, and just people. It was, a lot of our seasons have been about guest stars that have been vampires before. This season was really about guest stars who are just the funniest people that we always wanted to use and have be part of the whole thing.
I mean, I just want to talk about the guest stars a little bit because obviously some of the cameos in this show are like fantastic. I think Benedict Wong literally stands out, and Mark Hamill as well. Can you talk about, if it's, as the show progresses, if you're calling somebody up and you're like, hey, do you want to cameo in this show? Is it like an immediate yes now, or is it still like you got to convince them to?
It depends on who the person is. Like, and a lot of it is personal relationships. Like Matt knew Benedict Wong and helped us get him, and Matt and Natasha knew Steve Coogan and helped us get him. But then there are other people like early on, like Mark Hamill, who were just fans of the show. So if you were a celebrity who played a vampire and you tweeted, "Oh, I like this show," then you're going to get a call within about 15 minutes saying, would you please like to come on the show?
And so just for everybody, what will you guys miss the most about this series now that it's over? What's like something that you're gonna miss having as a constant?
A job. But apart from that, all these great guys. I mean, working with these people has been a highlight for me, and I don't get to work with them anymore, and that's very sad. And there we have it.
We had a lot of freedom. Which to improvise or, give our 2 cents on something, and you don't get that in a lot of shows. And so that is, I'm going to miss the jokes that we got to do. I highly doubt I'll ever get to do some of those tonally, those types of jokes again. Hopefully, but probably not.
I love the Hamburg line you did.
That's a deep cut.
Do you want to elaborate on that, or?
No, I don't.
Deep scene cut.
I'm going to miss, obviously, the cast, the
I
relationship.
said that already.
The crew, we had a really great crew. Everyone loved coming to work every day, so it was really nice to have the Canadian crew there. They were great. So everyone.
We had some really great line producers, excellent line producers that we're going to miss.
Well, I'm going to miss the show very much. Just want to let you guys know. I'm sure all the fans out there are very excited for this final season. And I want to thank you guys for speaking with me. I appreciate you taking the time.
If you could be one of the characters, which one would you like to be?
I would like to play Nadja's doll.
Good choice.
Yeah.
Very good choice.
And not even, no hesitation. I would 100% be her human doll. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.